But right now, it's about how they're going to break. It was a very short throw, John, yesterday as they came out of the final corner. It would have gone about now, only goes a similar time with about a dozen cars on the start-finish race. The rest still filtering through. But Jules Gounon has said, you know, pole position means I have to take the lead, and he's done precisely that. Second place, Tom Gamble. Oh, dearie, Max Hofer has been given a push and a shove from behind by probably Constantine, I would suggest. They were starting level on the grid on the third row, but contact there, and round went Max Hofer. Oh, dearie,
big shot.
Big shot for one of the Santalot Racing Audis. Typical case, Constantine in action behind an incident, and on the exit of Estoril, I'm afraid the Santalot Racing Audi driver literally had nowhere to go, and that was Gilles Magny-Cours, who's not the sort of driver who'd make a mistake. That was an assist, one would feel. So the safety car is going to be called there with the debris to be cleared up at the first lap. We had little pushes and shoves yesterday, but nothing that brought out the safety cars. Well, let's take a look at the replay, John. See where it started going wrong. Tidy start from the first three runners. Jules Gounon takes the lead from Tom Gamble, from Maro Engel. It was the battle for fourth place with the Ferrari on the inside and the Audi on the outside. Push game to shove. Everybody else had to scatter. Let's take a look from the high up angle.
I think you'll find that the Ferrari on the inside, in fact, there's contact before they even get in to Magny-Cours, but they're sort of secondary contact, and that takes the Ferrari out, also takes Max Hofer and the Audi out. Now it's later around the lap. There you can see the head-on view of it, and that was a pretty speedy bit of rotation, both by the Audi and the Ferrari. Drives its way back on. At some point, it has picked up a puncture, and look, the Audi, Max Hofer gains the advantage, but by which time I think there you see that's where the contact, that's where the puncture in the Ferrari occurred. Everybody beginning to bunch up, but of course you're not allowed to overtake another car until you cross the start-finish line. It almost looks as if Jules Gounon might have gone fractionally earlier than I anticipated, but he has gone, and now Tom Gamble's got to try and do the best he can to make sure that Maro Engel doesn't get the jump at him, not coming in to Magny-Cours or going through Estoril, but at the far end of the circuit down into Adelaide Hairpin.
Lorenzo Ferrari running fifth, just tucked in behind Charles Weerts. 4 pro cars in the lead. The gold leader is Ferrari in fifth, then Thierry Vermeulen, then the silver leader Alessio Dono in the number 71 red and yellow Ferrari, just the background of your shot, and tucked in behind the remaining Santalot car with Gilles Magny-Cours on board, and then the remaining Country Racing Aston Martin going very well today in the hands of James Jakes. It's 10th place, maybe about to lose one, almost shoulder-to-shoulder contact there, and looks so coming through is Cesar Gazzo in the Boots VDS car. And James Jakes going to have to back out up at the top of the hill. And the CSA Racing Simon Gachet Gilles Magny-Cours driven car right across their bow. Sorry, but it is Simon Gachet.
And down the inside, this is the battle for fifth place. Vermeulen and the Audi of Lorenzo Ferrari, and then followed by Alessio Dono. So that's a tight little group going to go into Nürburgring, and you can see that the Audi is trying to make life difficult, but Dono thinks he's going to try and elbow his way through. Got to be careful, because directly behind you got Gilles Magny-Cours in his Audi, and he'll be sitting there waiting to pick up any pieces that might be offered up. There it is, the 25 Audi, right on the tail of the 71 AF Corsa Ferrari.
Gounon, Gamble, Engel, Weerts, marginal gap, and then the best of the rest is Thierry Vermeulen, having moved ahead of the gold class leader of Lorenzo Ferrari. I think these first 5 cars will be making their escape, because this is going to be a tight little tussle. 71 is the silver class leader, Alessio Dono. The second car in the gold class, Gilles Magny-Cours, pulls alongside. He's got the experience. He knows this circuit so well. He's won here before. I think that's the job done, surely. Yes, it is.
Well, he had the upper ground, the high ground coming in to this tight right-hand corner. Oh, slips, a bit of dirt tracking as he exited, but he got the job done. He got alongside Alessio Dono in the Ferrari, and there was really no challenge that the Ferrari could make back, and that was a good overtake, a good racing maneuver by Gilles Magny-Cours in the Audi. All began at the top of the hill, and he gained the advantage all the way down through.
This is a battle for Gold Cup honours. My money was always in this, going to be on the driver of the white Audi, which is Gilles Magny-Cours, but Lorenzo Ferrari is nothing if not stubborn, but that is allowing those in front to make good their escape, and I think they're going to be caught by the silver class leader. He's just closing in on them, the red and yellow AF Corsa Ferrari. That's Alessio Dono. Second in the silver cup class is another 3 positions further back in 11th. That's Cesar Gazzo, with Jeff Michiels having a fantastic race in third in class. But the pit window is open and the traffic is absolutely intense, and who comes in as predicted? It's all the bronze class drivers. They'll hand over to their higher ranked teammates. It goes by the book. But how's this one going? But a little bit of a slip and a slide there for the 188 Miguel Ramos, trying to resist the force that can't be resisted. That's Patrick Niederhauser, the sister Rutronic Porsche. This is the one in the Bronze Cup. is in the pit lane, and driver change taking place there. Dustin Blattner hopping out of the 97.
And Dennis Marshall will be in behind the wheel.
Gounon comes in from the lead of the race. Bang on time.
But they've come in literally halfway through the race. So again, Gounon, I thought, might have been kept in the car a little bit longer, but they've chosen to do it this way. So there is the 48, which is...
Yeah, well, I think the team has worked out where the gap in the traffic is going to be, because I would have kept Jules Gounon out as long as I possibly could. But they found something with this car. They really had their heads in their hands in despair. Nothing they did seemed to go right. But this morning, they hooked it up. Yesterday, they qualified right at the back. They changed the car, and it worked. But he's come out ahead of Lucas Auer. So they're still into the lead of the race. And behind Auer, there's a bit more of a gap.
So down the inside. Oh, that was real... Well, there was a little bit of contact, maybe say a little bit more than a little bit of contact, and they're still side by side, and they're going to juke it out all the way down into the Nürburgring. Quick right, left, and, well, the person who's going to be sitting watching all this, loving it, is Dries van Thor. He's going to think, if these two guys want to go out and take the gloves off, bit of sort of real-world boxing between these two Mercedes drivers, I could be the beneficiary, because they're going to do damage to one or other car.
He certainly could. You can imagine the stewards' rooms, they've taken the caps off their pen to note down this lap, because certainly it's robust, but it's fantastic GT racing, and a mistake there from Maxi Goertz, too deep into the Imola chicane and trying to go around the outside, but there isn't really much of an outside for Dries van Thor, but he should get into second place. He may lose a little bit of paint, but Maxi Goertz, in the space of 1.5 corners, has gone from first back to third. It's that tight, covered by a second.
So now the BMW trying to find a way past Lucas Auer down into, and a little love tap just coming in. Can Max Goertz get back again? Yes, he has. That contact that we saw from the BMW Dries van Thor caused him to lose. Max Goertz was right on his toes and saw what was going on. He's back into second place. Dries van Thor, who did all the hard yards. Look at the look on the face of Jules Gounon.
A margin that's as big as any lead has been in the race thus far. Of course, we had the safety car period. Oh, but then the move from Dries van Thor. When's the moment? The moment is now.
Yeah, but that was an aggressive block coming from Max Goertz. I mean, Van Thor was committed to go down the inside, and then the Mercedes really did lock out that opportunity, and it resulted in Van Thor having to overrun, and it's not sufficient, but he might have a look down the inside again. But will Goertz? Yes, he does. He goes defensive. And this time Van Thor has climbed over the curb on the inside at Adelaide, and finally he's made it through. And I think that's his almost confirmed second place.
Ricardo Feller's Audi between him and the next car in the gold class, which is the CSA Audi. But in the bronze class, it's nip and it's tongue. There's just been a place change there. Dennis Marshall getting finally past Sandy Mitchell's Lamborghini.
I mean, now that's aggressive. Look at Enschler, very aggressive defence coming onto pit straight, and I think Sandy Mitchell is not going to take that lying down. So, and again, watch up to the inside. The McLaren gets up alongside, because the focus is between the Lamborghini and the Audi, resulted in the McLaren getting a sort of almost a free pass to make its way up through. I mean, that was absolutely for Louis Pret, a sort of a gift.
Well, looks like it's 2 places gained, carrying more momentum, but how's the braking going to shake up? He's on the outside. Dan Harper, well, he's never shy of a battle. He's joining. Look at the red, gold and black BMW in the mix as well. And Sandy Mitchell fighting back. Louis Pret going, well, I've gained 2 positions, but if I don't watch it, I will lose 2. Fantastic battling in the bronze class. And in the middle, Luca Enxler, he's not backing out, but Louis Pret, it's been a fantastic couple of laps for him. He was on the tail of that group, and he's gained 3 places. And but he's going to get a rub.
He's getting more than a rub, because he was slightly wide coming into the 180, and that's put the Audi back into the pound seat. And it's in that mix we've got Dan Harper. We saw how Dan was using all the benefits that BMW was offering him, and he's looking to find a way around Sandy Mitchell as the Audi and the McLaren fight. I mean, it's just like, I keep using the ferrets in a sack.
Well, but the final couple of corners, and it is going to be victory for the 48 Mercedes of Team Winwood Racing with Man Filter. Victory for Lucas Auer and his teammate Mauro Engel. Whether it's a second or half a second, it matters not. You can see the joy. Mauro Engel delighted down in the garage. That means the championship advantage went out to 6.5 points with last night's race, and it's come back down to 2 again. So they'll go to the final 2 races in the 12th and 13th of October at Barcelona with next to nothing between them. So, win by the smallest margin possible, but Lucas Auer brought it home. 0.563 of a second ahead of Dries van Thor. It was Mercedes ahead of BMW. Third Mercedes, Maxi Goertz bringing the number 9 Boutson Ginion car home, Boutson BDS car home in 3rd place. Gold Cup winners in 4th place overall. The 2 Lorenzos, Patrese and Ferrari. Benjamin Goethe and Tom Gamble, a slow pit stop demoted them from 2nd to an eventual 5th, but good to have a McLaren in the mix. But victory today, the number 48 Mercedes crew, Team Winwood Racing. with Man Filter. It's Maro Engel and Lucas Auer, and here are the winners' trophies being handed to them. And Maro Engel has so many wins on the clock, but Lucas Auer is becoming a winning machine as well. How's it going to shake out at the final round in Barcelona? I almost can't wait for that on the 12th and 13th of October.